Hello everybody, welcome to the classes by Monisha Nath Paul. In the previous video, we had started on with the topic integers. Today we are going to learn more on integers. Today we are going to do the topic addition and subtraction on integers. So, giving you a small recap on whatever we learnt the other day. That is, we learnt about positive integers, the negative integers, the relation between positive and negative integers. Then we learnt about the number line, how to compare the negative and positive integers, and how to compare two negative integers, arranging them in ascending order, descending order. We had learned these things. Today we are going to learn about the addition and subtraction of integers. Now, if I tell you add 7 and 5, that means if I consider 7 as an integer, 5 as an integer, so I can say adding plus 7 and plus 5. So we know that 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. So that means 12. No sign means we know when there is no sign, it means that's a positive sign. So what I can see over here, plus 7 plus 5 is equal to plus 12. Let's take one more example. 10 plus 4. Okay. So if I take this as plus 10 and this as plus 4, so I know 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. So 14 means a plus 14. So what I can see, adding two positive integers, we are again getting a positive integer. So this is what we are going to use. That is, if I add a positive integer to another positive integer, what is the result? The result will have a positive integer, just as the symbol, whatever the two numbers are having, that same sign the answer will also have, that sum will also have. And what is the answer? Just the way we find out the normal sum. Okay, so adding two positive integers, we got a positive integer. Now what about adding two negative integers? What about this? So when we add two negative integers, just remember one thing. Take just the two numbers without the sign. So without the two signs, what are the numbers? 7 and 5. Okay. Now if I add them up, what is the answer? The answer is 12. So put a 12. And what was the sign both of them are having? Minus. So put this minus. Just following this format. We were adding two positive integers. The result was the sum of the two numbers and the sign which the two numbers carried here. Here also same, we are adding two negative integers. What is the answer? The answer will be the addition of these two numbers without thinking of the sign, and what will be the sign? The sign will be the common sign that the two numbers are having. Similarly, if I add minus 10 and minus 4, we get 14, because if I add 10 and 4, I know it is 14. And what is the sign both of them are having? Negative sign. So a negative 14. Alright. Once again, a little more on this, more examples on this. Let's add minus 49 plus minus 81. If I say add these two, take some time. I am giving you this time. Take 5 seconds and think of this. I think by now you have got the answer. So yes, so first you add the two numbers without the sign. That is 49 plus 81. 130. So this is 130. But the sum doesn't end over here. These two numbers were having the minus sign. So what is the common sign? Minus. So the answer is minus 130. So what you have to remember, that is, when we are adding either two positive integers, the answer will always be a positive integer. Okay, so it's a positive x and a positive y. So answer is positive x plus y. So if it's a minus x plus a minus y, so the answer will be a minus x plus y. So just take the x and take the y, means just the two numbers you take, add them, and the sign will be the sign which the two numbers are carrying. I hope it is clear. So here minus x was this, plus minus y. So that is equal to, see, minus, what is your x plus y? X is 49, y is 81. So x plus y is 130. So 49 plus 81 is 130. So minus 49 plus minus 81 is minus 130. So this was all about your adding two positive integers or two negative integers. Now what about when we add a positive integer and a negative integer? Let's see. Say if I tell you add minus 37 and minus, or let's say plus 19. Minus 37 and plus 19. So now in case you are having such numbers, here this is a negative number and this is a positive number. What to do? You just take out the numbers, separate them without thinking of the sign, just the two numbers 37, 19. Now find out the difference. What is 37 minus 19? That is your 18. Okay, now write down this 18 over here. Now comes the way to deal with the sign. Now out of this 39 and 19, who is greater? 39 is greater. Okay, so you see what sign the 39 is having, 37 is having over here. 37 is having a minus sign. So put a minus sign over here. Okay, clear? A little more. Minus 9 plus 6. So this is the negative integer, this is a positive integer. So just bring the numbers separately, subtract them. 3. So the number is 3. What about the sign now? So it was 9 minus 3 we did. So who is greater? 9 is greater. Now check what is the sign of 9. 9 is having a minus sign. So a minus sign. Okay. So you have to, when you are, don't check over here who is 9, minus 9 or plus 6, who is greater, plus 6 is greater, so why not a plus sign? No. First you take out the numbers separately, subtract them, then in this step of subtraction, in this, I am repeating again, in this step of subtraction you see which is the first number, 9 or the greater number, either the first number or greater, whichever way you can think it to be. So 9 was the greater number. So now you refer in this actual question, what is the sign of 9? So sign of 9 was minus. So this is minus 3. Am I clear? Let's see. A little more on that. Minus 200 minus 238 plus 506. Think this. Take 5 seconds and do it. Hurry up. By now you might have already started solving, or some of you have already solved the sum. So I can see this is the negative integer, this is a positive integer. So what is the rule we will use? I will just bring out the two numbers. 238 is one number, 506 is the other number. So subtract them. That is 506 minus 238. So if I subtract 506 and 506 and 238, I get 268. Yeah, let's check. Yeah, 268. Now 268 I have done. Now you see this 268, we will write over here 268. Now in this step of minus, 506 was the first number or the greater number. So 506, what is the sign of 506 over here? Positive sign. That is a positive sign. You can write that is 268. Either plus 268 or simply 268. Okay. Similarly, you can see minus 347 and plus 199. What about this? Minus 347 and plus 199. So what are we going to do over here? This is a negative number I can see, and this is 199 is a positive number. So you take them out, 347, 199. You subtract them. So 347 minus 199 is 148. 347 minus 199 is 148. Now here, what is the sign of 347? It is minus sign. So it will be minus 148. Okay, is it clear? I hope it is clear. So whenever we add, so with these examples, what did we learn so far? That is, whenever I am adding a positive integer to a positive integer, I am getting the answer as a positive integer. Whenever I am adding a negative integer to a negative integer, the answer will be a negative integer. Alright, now whenever I am adding a positive integer and a negative integer, what do? We will find out the difference of the two numbers without thinking of the sign. We find out the difference, and here the sign will be what? In that difference, in that particular difference which we did, what was the sign of the first integer? Okay, so here I am writing sign of first integer, sign of first integer, a trick to remember. Alright, so positive integer plus, this can be negative integer plus positive integer, vice versa position. So you will just take out the two numbers from the given question, put them separately and find the difference. Now when you find the difference in that particular difference which you are doing, you see which is the first number that you have taken and what is the sign of that number in the given question. If it's a positive number, then either a positive sign. If it's a greater number, if in the difference, if the first number was having a positive sign, then a positive, and if the greater number was having a negative sign, then it is a negative answer. I hope it is clear to you. Now this was about your addition. Now we are coming to subtraction. So subtraction is denoted by a minus b. Now this a minus b, how to do? I can write this as a minus of plus b. I can write it because minus into plus is minus. Now what I will do, I will change this minus expression into a positive expression. That is, I will just interchange the sign. That is, I can write this as a plus of minus b. Same thing, it is plus into minus, minus b ultimately, or plus into minus, that is your minus ultimately. Okay. So if I give you an integer 12 minus 9. Okay, so this is actually given you in the minus form. So I will write it in the plus form. 2 plus of minus 9. Now 12 minus 9 we already know it is 3. Let us see if using this I can get a plus 3 or not. So 12 plus of minus 9. I can see a positive integer 12 and a negative integer, that is minus 9. So just bring out the numbers separately, 12 and 9, and find their difference. Whenever two different integers, you will find their difference. So 12 minus 9 is your 3. Now what is the sign of 12? 12 is having a positive sign. So the answer is positive 3, or simply 3 you can write. Okay. Next is, if this was 16 minus 20. So this is given in the minus form. Let us write in the plus form. 16 plus of minus 20. Okay, now bring the, I can see it's in the form of a positive integer, negative integer. So bring the two numbers separately. 16 and 20 are the two numbers without the signs. Now find their difference. 20 minus 16 is equal to 4. Now 20, what is the sign of 20? That is minus. See, 20 is having a minus sign. So that is equal to minus 4. So 16 minus 20 is equal to minus 4. So what are we seeing over here? Whenever we are given a positive subtraction problem, we change it into a positive problem, and we can do it just the way we learned how to do addition of the integers. Alright, clear? In a much shorter way you can do it, that is, if it is given like this, 20 minus 16 or 16 minus 20, this is plus 16 and minus 20. So you can think this as minus 20. So 16, and without doing so many steps, what you can do, 16 and 20 are the two numbers. So 16 and 20 money, you first do 20 minus 16, that is equal to 4. Now what is the sign before 20? It is a minus sign. So put a minus sign over here. Or you can say 26 minus 30. Okay. So 26 minus 30 means 26 one number, 30 one number. Okay. So smaller number minus bigger number. So first you find out the difference. 30 minus 26 is 4. What is the sign before 30? Minus sign. Put a minus sign over here. If I say 30 minus 26, 30 minus 26 is your 4. Which is greater? 30 is greater. Sign before 30 is positive. So positive. Here 30's number before sign before 30 was negative. So negative 4. Okay. Similarly, if I do 100 minus 50, so 100 minus 50, or let's say 100 minus 40, let's do 100 minus 40. So 100 minus 40, 100 is one number, 40 is one number, so difference is 60. So 100 is greater, sign before 100 is positive, so positive. But if I do 40 minus 100, so 100 minus 40 is 60. Now 100 is more than 40, so what is the sign before 100? It is having a negative sign, so a negative. What if I say plus 70 minus 30? Okay, plus 70 minus 30, this is same as 70 minus 30, that is equal to 40. What about 30 plus 70? 30 minus 30 plus 70. So I can see sign before 30 is minus, and here it is. You can say, ma'am, there is no two signs, no? So 30, this you can think it in this way, plus of plus 70. Okay, so it is now in the form of a addition sum. So minus 30 and 70, so difference is 40. Now what is the sign of 70? Because 70 is more than 30, so sign of 70 is plus, so plus 40. So here you see two different signs, means it's a negative problem. So we will do minus first. 70 minus 30 is 40. What is the sign of, because 70 is more, sign of 70 is plus, so plus 40, or simply 40. Okay. Minus 16 plus 8. Okay. So one positive, one negative. So 16. So first you will find the difference. 16 minus 8 is 8. Now what is the sign of 16? Because 16 is more than 8. So sign of 16 is minus. So minus 8. So minus 16 plus 8 is minus 8. Okay. Then next let's come to 25 plus 12. So minus 25 plus 12. So minus 25 plus 12, 1 plus 1 minus sign. So first you do the difference. So 25 minus 12 is 13. Yeah. So 25 is more or 12 is more? 25 is more. So what is the sign of 25? Minus. So minus 13. So this way you can do all sums if you learn the concept. That is, if I am given a positive integer and a negative integer, what will I do? I will first find out the difference. Now when you find the difference, just take out the numbers without the signs and find out the difference. Now while you find out the difference, you just see that the number that was taking the first position in the subtraction that you did. Now that number's sign is what in the given question, and that sign will come into the answer. So I hope we were at least you have understood the concept or how to approach sums based on your additions and subtraction. See the video a number of times so that the concept becomes clear on addition and subtraction. You can get more videos on multiplication and division in the next videos that is upcoming. So if you like the way we teach, or if you like the way I try to deliver the lesson to you, please like my channel. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe to learn more, and Do comment if you feel you want to know something more or if you have any queries. So meet you in the next video. Goodbye.